Hello everyone, good morning or good evening, wherever you live. Welcome to Irish Crochet Lab lessons. Please prepare your scissors, crochet hooks, thread that you will use for today's lesson. And we will crochet this beautiful motif. I will wait a little bit to see how many people will join. And you can listen to the music while we're waiting. Beautiful music from Strauss. The name of it, Blue Dunai. I don't really know how to pronounce this, Dunai. It's in Russian. Okay, I think it's enough of beautiful music. Even I would love to have it but we need to crochet together. So far we have few people joined. Hello Rebecca, Rick, Elizabeth, Jenny. Hello ladies, welcome. So let's crochet this motif. I have one unfinished that we will finish together. Here it is. But we will start, and to make the video a little bit shorter, I will use my prepared motif. This motif, I think, is the most beautiful in this book. I really like it. Quite complicated, but we will together today solve this puzzle. The pattern actually written, I would say it's not complicated the way it's written, but motif itself is complicated. So we will need padding cord, crochet thread. Crochet thread that I used for this motif, it is petal cotton from DMC number 8, and I used for this motif crochet hook 0.75 millimeters. But for the lesson I will use my thread silk, and it's basically almost the same weight as DMC number 8. For the sake of video, I'm using a little bit thicker hook, 0.9 millimeter. It's easier to crochet for when you do videos, but you can use any thread you want. If you're learning, I would say use crochet thread number 20 from Lisbeth or from DMC Cordonnet Special, and then of course you will have to use a different hook, probably 1 millimeter or 0.9 to crochet easier. You can use crochet hook 0.75 millimeters and crochet thread number 40 from DMC Cordonnet or from Lisbeth. Or you can use, if you're experienced crocheter and if you crocheted a lot already with DMC number 8 petal cotton, then you can crochet with this thread. This thread gives a beautiful shiny silky finish to your motifs, and I honestly really like this thread. So let's just begin. I will grab my thread for padding cord, I really didn't prepare. You can cut thread, will be enough like 1.5 yards, or if you use a metric system, 1.5 meters, 1.5 meters. This is what I would use. And in the book, the way I understood, they use single cord. I will use cord that is double cord. I will take long cord and fold it in half and use 2 strands. Not sure why, but I personally do not like single cord unless I crochet with really fine thread. For instance, if you will use crochet thread number 80, DMC cordonette, then it's going to look good when you will use for padding cords thread number 10 and use only single cord. But somehow I always use double cord, 2 strands for my cord. So if you happen to cut shorter thread, shorter than what I recommend, don't worry about it. I have a video tutorial in my YouTube channel where you can learn how to add padding cord if you run out of padding cord. So don't ever panic if your padding cord is a little bit shorter. It's all easy to fix. Okay, we have a little bit more people here. Hello. Some names are nicknames. I'm not going to read those, but hello everyone who joined, okay? Please let me know how you see. I need to move my camera slightly so that you could see only my hands and will not see my table, the edge of the table. Please let me know if you can hear me okay and if you can see everything okay. I will adjust my volume here. Give me a minute. That way everybody can hear me. Sometimes I have tendency to talk really quiet when I am focused on my crochet. So anyway, let's start our motif. We will use okay, look like everybody can see okay. I will switch to my notes. I probably will not see your comments as I crochet. If you have comments, you can ask them during the lesson. I will try to make sure that I read them. Once in a while I stop crochet, read my your comments. But I will go into my notes on the computer, and it's easier for me easier, at least for me, easier to have my notes in front of me instead of looking at the screen and read comments. So I will, of course, crochet a little bit, stop, read your comments or questions if you have, and answer them. Okay, so take your padding cord, fold it in half, and at first we will crochet on a round. I will fold my padding cord like this, create a circle, and insert my hook into the loop right here. Add my thread and pull thread through that loop right here and make a stitch just to secure everything in place. And after that I'm ready to crochet. This is how I start. It's a little bit different the way it starts in the book, but this is how I will do this. And we will crochet the first round 16 single crochet stitches. So you just crochet around this area. And then when our round will be smaller, somewhere around 10 single crochet stitches, this is when I will tighten my padding cord, make it tighter and smaller around in here. I will show you how I do this. Let me show you one more time, probably this, how I begin, because I did it fast. So you fold your thread for padding cord, it's number 10 by the way, in half, and make a loop, round loop. This is how I do this. Then insert your hook into this loop. Loop goes under thread. So you basically will crochet at first. I don't know if you will like it, but I prefer to do that this way. I like the way the circle look after I connect it. Look neat, at least. This is what I like about it. Then you add your thread. Pull it through the loop and make stitch. That's it. And now we crochet single crochet stitches around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will stop here. I already see that my round loop is bigger, too big for me to use. I prefer to have my loops smaller if I crochet on a round. First, I will make sure that I will rid of this bump that created by padding cord. To do that, you will have to pull on a thread, not this one, not the tails, but this right here. And the way I do that, I like to see the bump. Is it going to disappear or not? So I will try to make sure you see everything. I will put my hands up a little bit. So I will pull on those strings right here slightly, at least one, and the bump is going away. This is what I really, really need to make my around look neat, because this is the beginning, and when I will end, my last stitch and first stitch will have to collide together in such a way that you will not see where the beginning and the end. So this is how I do this. So first I remove the bump, and then I will make my loops a little bit smaller. To make it smaller, I would recommend you to hold your stitches and only then pull on a padding cord. If you use a single cord, if you experience crochet, I will not comment on that, because those who are experienced crocheters, you I'm sorry, you already know how to adjust padding cord. When you use double cord or triple or more strands, you of course will have to pull on each strand separately. Also, don't forget that you have a short tail of your working thread. It will be following your padding cord. After the first round, I will pick up this short tail and I will cut it off. But for now, first round, you better crochet around it so that way your first stitch will not unravel, or it will not really unravel, but it will loosen up that area. You don't want that. So let's continue. I have 5 single crochet stitches. I need 16. So we continue crochet. So 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 6 more stitches left. Of course, this area is too much. So I'm going to pull on a thread more, on this thread, to make this round way smaller. And you can approximately see how much longer this part need to be, this area, to fit 6 stitches. Of course, this is still too big, so I will pull on a cord a little bit more. I think this will be enough. It's always easier to pull on a cord when you still don't have, when you still have like at least half or 3/4 of stitches made. When it's already connected and first and last stitches are made, this is when it's become a little bit tricky. This is why I pull on a cord right now. I think I will be fine here. And I will continue. And make sure that this padding cord right here is behind the round part. So we have 10 stitches, we need 6 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. I know that this probably will be for some of you quite challenging to make just the right size and repeat exactly what I did. You probably will find your own way of doing this. When you're a beginner, you will need a lot of practice to make your circle really looking neat. But those of you who have my video tutorials, you can learn from from a third chapter of video tutorials how to make how to crochet on a round over the padding cord. So now we're done, we've finished. What I will do this time, I will take this short tail and I will cut it off. I don't need this anymore. I don't want to drag it with me all the way through the crochet. Be very careful when you cut thread because you don't want to cut thread that you will need. And of course you still need your padding cord. So when you look very closely, if you will be very, very precise by pulling on a cord and creating the right size, and removed bump, remember how I did at the very beginning when I made 5 stitches and then I made sure that I don't see the bump from the padding cord. So this is what I was talking about. I still have a little tiny gap, but I will make slip stitch in a minute and this gap will disappear. So I have to close my round with a slip stitch. So here, this is what I was talking about. This is why I was so precise about this first round. Now you really don't see where the beginning and the end, unless you really look very closely. So let me see, I will stop for a second, see if I have questions so far. I have more people. Hello, Griselda, Rebecca, Ginny, Monica, Christine. I see somebody from Russian. Valentina, hello. From Belarus, okay, from Belarus, great. Nice to have you all. Sally. Hello, ladies. So let's continue. I know that when I look at who is joining me, sometimes if you ladies will join my lessons and write to me where you from, it's quite something when you see how many people from all over the world joining together to crochet. It's amazing. So okay, now we will have to crochet second round. So first round is done. In the book they told you to make chain 1 and then start the second round. Let's do that. So after slip stitch, make your chain 1 and then we will crochet around the in the back loops only. So let me explain a little bit more. I want to zoom it just a second. Let me zoom so that I would show everything. So now we will make, after chain 1, we will crochet into the back loops of each stitch. Here, those back loops right here. The front loops over here, all of them in the inner circle. We will insert our hook into the back loops of each stitch. And there's quite tricky part. We will have to crochet one single crochet stitch on one first stitch, then 2 single crochet on the next stitch, and we will do it 8 times. Okay, so we will increase our work. So again, pick up padding cord and insert into your first, oh, I'm sorry, my hand's going away somewhere, into the first stitch. Here it is in the back loop. Make sure that your padding cord is here, and you crochet your first single crochet stitch one time. In the next stitch, you crochet again, going into the back loops, back loop. This time we make 2 single crochet stitches in one stitch, 1 and 2. And we have to crochet and make it 8 times. Again, into the back loop, into the back loop of stitch, 1 single crochet, into the next stitch, again in the back loop, into the next stitch, 2 single crochet stitches, 2 single crochet stitches. So I will zoom out slightly. Okay, I think you can see me. If my hands move away, yell at me, tell me, let me know. Okay, so we have I'm sorry, now it's 2 times, and it's quite difficult to count, so you can use stitch counter for knitting, or just remember. So I have 2. Continue. 3. Again 1 stitch and 2 stitches. It will be 4. Again 1 stitch, 2 stitches, 5, and I will stop here and make sure, look on the back, that your padding cord is not shown anywhere between stitches. So pull slightly, very gently, to make sure that your padding cord is not showing on the back, even this is the wrong side of the motif, still you want your work look neat. In the right side and in the wrong side. And let's continue. So 5, now again 1 stitch in one single crochet in one stitch and 2 single crochet in the next stitch. It'll be 6, now 7. Please don't forget that you crochet into the back loops of each stitch and pay attention to how you increase your stitches. It is very important. And last time, 1 single crochet in one stitch, 2 single crochet stitches in the next. Right, like this. Again, I will check on the back. And slightly pull on my padding cord. That's it. And at the end of the round, we make again slip stitch. When you make slip stitch, put your padding cord on the back, put it down, find a stitch, and make a slip stitch. Now your round look neat and beautiful. So this is our second round. Let me see if we have questions. Okay. Здравствуйте, Надежда. So we have someone from Belarus. I'm just paying attention to this because when I see Russian names, I'm from Ukraine, and so we're all kind of related, you know, Slavic people from Belarus, Ukraine, Russia. So I would like to know, Nadezhda, where are you from? I think you're from Russia. I think I saw you visiting, joining me before. So welcome everyone who just joined me again. I don't see any questions. Okay, so let's continue. So now we will drop our padding cord and we will make third round. We'll make chain 4. Padding cord is dropped. Make chain 4, 2, 3, 4. And after this, we will crochet 23 times. We will repeat this pattern. Double crochet stitch, double crochet, chain 1. So I made it one time. I need 22 more times. All around. Again, double crochet, chain 1. So I will count. I want to make sure I have everything the way they wanted me to do. So I have 1, 2. So 1 double crochet and chain 1 we count as 1, 2, 3, and so on. So I have 2 again, 3, 4, 5. And somebody asked a question. Okay, the question was, do I use back loops when I do double crochet? No, I crochet inserting my hook into both loops of stitches. Book silent on that, didn't say anything. if you just have to remember something in old books or new books, it does not matter, in antique books or in our modern books, every time they don't say anything about where you insert your hook, you know that you insert the hook into both loops, front and back. If you need to crochet in the back loop, they will of course let you know. And sometimes you need to crochet into the front loop, they also will let you know. So if there's no indication about where to crochet, you crochet into both loops. So I made 5. Let's continue. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so the pattern is quite easy. All you have to do, just crochet double crochet stitches that are separated by chain 1. This is how it will look like. I have 11, now we have, I'm sorry, 11, 10. Now I forgot what I was counting. I better check. 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. And let's continue. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. And the last 23. 23 double crochet at chain 1. So again, chain 1, your round is almost finished. At the end of the round, we make slip stitch. Slip stitch here is made in the 3rd stitch of our chain 4. We had our round begin with chain 4. We count from the bottom 1, 2, 3 into the 3rd stitch, make a slip stitch to close the round like that. So round 3 is done. After that, we will have to turn our work to the wrong side. Now see that my padding cord is here, so we're on the wrong side, and we will forget about padding cord for a while, and we'll pick it up and crochet again. You can cut your padding cord and take another padding cord, but since everything will happen with padding cord on the back of your work, you don't really have to worry about it. No one will see it. And of course, if especially when your padding cord and the thread matching in color. So what we do now, after we finish the round 3 with slip stitch, turn your work and crochet petals. We will make our first round of petals. At first, I better probably show you the motif. So here, this is what we will make. We will make the petals right here, this first half round of petals. And we will need to have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 petals. So on the front side, we will repeat this pattern 6 times. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Then skip 1 double crochet and go into the next double crochet and connect a single crochet stitch into the back loop, I believe. Just a second. I forgot, I have to look at my notes. I think I need turn work, chain 3, single crochet stitch in the back loop. Yes, in the back loop of the second double crochet. Okay, so chain 3 and then slip stitch. They have slip stitch. It's not single, slip stitch into the back loop of the second double crochet. So here is 1, 2, second double crochet in the back loop, slip stitch. Again, 1, 2, 3. Again, we have to pay really good attention to what you're doing. Again, skip stitch into the next double crochet right on top in the back loop of it. Make slip stitch. Again, 1, 2, 3. Skip 1 double crochet and into the next one. Make sure to look. It's very easy to see your work. Just to look at the back loops and connect with a slip stitch. So we have 1, 2, 3. We need 3 more petals. 1, 2, 3. Skip 1 double crochet and go into the next slip stitch in the back loop. 1, 2, 3. Again, it's not easy to see those double crochet stitches, so stretch them a little bit to see where your stitch has to go. And check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. So first we make arches, the loops, or arches. I like to call them arches. 1, 2, 3, and then we will crochet, finish the petals. So again, I skip 1 double crochet and into the next double crochet in the back loop, slip stitch. Okay, we're done here. We made those loops. Here how they look like. And now we will have to turn our work in the right side, like this. And into each of these little loops or arches, we will crochet this pattern. Single crochet, half double, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3. Again, half double and single crochet. And the same way, crochet each by petal, the rest of the petals. Again, single crochet, half double, 3 double crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3, half double and single crochet. You probably will find it uncomfortable to crochet and fit so many stitches in those little arches. If you are very tight crocheter, then make, instead of chain 3 for each arch, make 4. Then you will fit everything perfectly. If you are loose crocheter, make sure to be very, try to crochet tighter. It's possible to do. If it's not easy for you to crochet tight, then think about changing size of the thread to smaller size and a smaller hook. That will prevent you from crocheting too loose. So we have pattern of single crochet, have double, 3 double crochet stitches, and at the end have double and single. And please crochet tight. Nice and crisp tight stitches is a must in Irish crochet lace. Your motifs need to look nice. It's okay to crochet normal and not too tight when you crochet doilies or any other pieces. Like when we use yarn, we really don't pay too much attention to tension with the way we crochet. Well, we have to, but not as much as we have to pay attention in Irish crochet. You want your motifs look neat, uniform, almost like starched. This is the key to success and beautiful looking motifs. So one more last petal left. Let's finish this one. Have double. Three double crochet stitches. 2, 3, and finish with half double and single crochet. Okay, this is how it will look like. And let me see if we have questions. We basically have few people from Argentina. Hello, William. Okay, no questions so far. Okay, so this round with petals or half round of petals is done. And at the end, at the very end, make slip stitch and chain 1. So of course your slip stitch has to be right here where the double crochet. When you will finish, here's double crochet, you will finish next to double crochet, make your slip stitch here and chain 1 like this. After that we will pick up our padding cord and we will crochet over the padding cord into the back loops of each stitch. And we have to be really careful here with this round. This round is tricky. And why it's tricky? So what we will do, I can copy text for you and post it in comments right now. Just give me a second. Okay, so I will drop the comment for you so that you can follow me and read it together with me. How do I send it? It's not going anywhere. Oh, okay. It doesn't allow me to send a certain amount of words. Ah, YouTube. Why do you have to put limits, right? Okay, let me try again. Just a second. If this is too much, we will get less. Okay. Let's try again. Okay, here's my Griselda. I crochet from masterpieces of Irish crochet lace. Here it is. This is the book. I cannot fit this book in the camera totally, but this is masterpieces of Irish crochet lace. You can or buy it on Amazon, or you can print this book from Antique Pattern Library for free. Okay, so what was it that I was talking about? So the trickiness of this next row around. This round, if we will not make it right, if we will not make it exactly right, the whole entire motif will be messed up. You will make mistakes, and then when you will make petals, the second round of petals right here, those, and the big petals, they will be shifted in a wrong direction. So counting this round right now, the fourth round, is crucially important. And what we do, we will pick up our padding cord. If you following me the way I do that, you see where my padding cord is, way down there on the second round. I am on the fourth round. Still, I can pick it up, and I would see probably 5 millimeters of that padding cord. I really don't care about it. It's on the back. But we will have to crochet next round over the padding cord into the back loops of each stitch. And the pattern follows this way. One single crochet stitch on the intermediate chain stitches. So what are they? Intermediate chain stitches. So last slip stitch, let's look at this first. So last stitch that I made was slip stitch over the double crochet. Now I will have a stitch between two double crochet stitches. This is that intermediate stitch. So into that stitch, into that intermediate or between double crochet stitches, I will make one single crochet, then one single crochet on the double crochet stitch, on the next double crochet, then next intermediate place stitch. In that place I will make two double crochet stitches, and then one double crochet stitch into the next double. And you repeat this 12 times. Basically, you will crochet all the way around. It will be your 12 times. If you're afraid to lose the count, I would suggest to use a stitch clicker. if you have that. I do have it, I just did not prepare it for today's lesson. And I really don't like the click, the sound of it. So what you can do, what else you can do that you will not lose count, just pick up piece of paper, and every time you made your pattern, you make a mark 1. When you make another time, write 2. Then another time, write 3. So this way you will not lose it. And I probably will be very quiet. So, because I don't want to mess up my motif, okay? That will be very embarrassing. Well, you know, we all live people, we can mess up. It's okay. Probably will be easier. I will write numbers down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And what I will do, I will cross them out when I finish the pattern. So let's do it. And the pattern is into first stitch, intermediate stitch, and make sure you go in the back loop. Not easy to find it. First time is not easy because slip stitch on the way. Okay, so I inserted my first my hook for the first stitch. Then I pick up my padding cord. I reintroduce my padding cord and make my first single crochet. And after that it will be easier. Now I will make one single into double crochet. This is what I'm following the pattern. So 1, 1, then 2, 1. This is how we count. 1, 1, 2, 1. So again, intermediate stitch, and now I will make this 2 single crochet stitches. 2 single crochet stitches. And 1 single over the double crochet stitch. So are you following me? Did you understand everything okay the way I explained it to you? It's easy but tricky because you have to crochet in a different way. 1, 1, then 2, 1. So this is how I would recommend you. I made already my 1, 1, 2, 1, and I cross this out. I'm done with this. Okay, I have a comment here. Let's see. So single crochet stitch in, I don't know what is BLO. Of chain, then, okay, please don't write any other instructions, because I, for example, don't know what BLO means. Black loop, back loop only, black loop, back loop only. Yes, oh yes, only in the back loops, all the time, back loops. Well, yeah, you call it chain, okay. If it's easier to call it chain stitch, that's fine, yeah. Okay, so let's do it. I understand now what you're saying, Debbie. That's fine, yeah. So the way I count, I know that I have to go one time, I have to go into that chain. One time I have to go into the double crochet. Second time I have to go twice into the chain, back loop, and one time into the back loop of double crochet. This is the pattern. So it's easy for me to count as I go and say to me, so that I will not lose it, 1, 1, 2, 1. And again, 1, 1, 2, 1. Every time you say this, 2 1. You remember, this is your last time you made it. Cross out your number. Okay, let's do this. So remember, over the padding cord in the back loops, I will not repeat back loops, but we will count together this way. You're welcome, Debbie. Again, 1 1. So you know where I'm going with 1 1. Chain and double crochet. Then we go 2, 2 and 1. So this is my second time. So I'm going and crossing out this. Because if I will not, I will totally mess up everything. And I will recommend you really pay attention. 1 1. Okay, I know I made 1 1, but I don't have where to put 2 1. I guess when I was doing this, I missed one stitch somewhere. That's okay, you can always edit. So we have 2 1 2 1. So this is my third time. And I don't mind to take longer time for the video because I want you to see how I do this, how I deal with this difficult, easy, and at the same time kind of very important. You have to be really precise. So 1 1, again 2 1. 2 and 1. That's 4. Now also I will stop for a second. You probably will have what I have right now. You see how my round became wavy? You have to make sure you don't have the wave, and rid of it. You can rid of it by pulling on the cord slightly. If you use double cord, one strand at a time. So make sure that your padding cord is not showing and you don't have the wave, so you have it flat. Okay, let's continue. Again, I have pattern begin with 1 1. Then we go 2 1. Again 1 1. 2. And when you come too close to this petal, we crocheted all of our petals when we connected them into the back loop, remember? So now they are front loops because we're facing the right side. So now fold your petals and you will see your back loops easier. So now I can go and finish my pattern with that double crochet stitch with the back loop. So here was my 2-1, and I'm done with 6. And before I go any further, I would recommend to adjust your padding cord quite often to make sure that your circle is not getting flattery, like a ruffle. You want it flat. So let's continue. Again, we go and count 1, 1, and 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, and then 1. Again, 1, 1. Now will be 2, 1. And adjust your padding cord. Don't forget about that. I think I marked it or not. Okay, again, we're almost done. I am very worried about how you listening to me and counting. You can mute me for a while you crochet. 1, 1, and then 2, 1. One, okay, I'm lost. I don't know why. What I really need, I need magnifying glass here. Not easy. I am at the end, last left. 1, 1, and 2, 1. And this at the end is really difficult to see. So and 2 and 1. And where that one double crochet, I cannot see at all. So if you cannot see it, just grab some stitch. Probably that where we made chain 1 will help. So I am done with that. I will adjust my padding cord. So I hope you also finish this round. So make sure everything looks neat. I will check the questions. I'm not sure if there's somebody ask anything. Oh, if I will move camera closer, I will zoom slightly. I'll try. So I made my 12 times my pattern. Is that better, Sally? Okay, so this is how it will look like, and this is how it will look like on the back when you look through. We're almost done with this pattern. So the pattern itself, the tricky one that I was talking about, I'm finished with that. And at the very end, at the end of the, when you made your last stitch, last pattern, 1 1 2 1, then you have to make 2 slip stitches on the first 2 single crochet stitches of round 4. So here they are. I will try to show. So here's my stitch. The last stitch has to be a stitch behind the last stitch of the petal, right there. Then we have those slip stitches here to make. One and 2. I don't know if you could see them very well, but you could see in your crochet. So finish this round, drop your padding cord down, and make slip stitches, 2 slip stitches. I still have to make sure that I make them in the right place. Okay, 1 and 2. So finish this round with slip stitches, 2 slip stitches. Basically you move a little bit, you're shifting your work now 2 stitches away from the petal, on the back of course. And now we will have to turn our work on the wrong side again, And again, we will make the same way as we were making those petals. We will make arches for second layer of petals, and we need 9 of them. So after 2 slip stitches, turn your work and of course drop your padding cord, we don't need it for now. And after that we will make chains 3, 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch into the 4th stitch of this platform. I call it platform. There's no, and of course, yes, slip stitch into the back loop. Be careful to count the right stitch. 1, 2, 3, here it is. So 2 slip stitches and then stitch. If it's not easy to see from the back, you can turn to see the stitch where it is. Here's my stitch. Right there. Not very easy to see things. I'm not even sure if I'm making it in the right place. Just a second, let me look at it again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, this one instead. So this is only right now not easy, first time, because we, okay, like that. Slip stitch, so chain 3, slip stitch into the 3rd stitch, back loop. And we repeat this 9 times. So again, 1, 2, and 3. And again, 1, 2, 3 into the 3rd stitch, back loop. One, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3 into 3rd stitch. Again, 1, 2, 3. Like this. So let me check one more time if I'm not counting right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope I'm doing okay in here. Doesn't look right to me for some reason, but I can always go back and undo it. 1, 2, 3. I'm checking how many petals I made there. It wasn't as difficult. And again, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I don't feel that it's something right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I need petal here. So what I did, I don't know. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Of course, I was doing everything wrong. Let's start again. I'm coming to the very back, to the very beginning, when I made my 2 slip stitches. And I'm going to read it again. I probably made a mistake when I was writing my notes. So let's see. Chain 3 and slip stitch into the 4th stitch. And I told you what? Into the 3rd, right? This is why I am off. Okay. Now it's all clear. 1, 2, 3. Here it is. And counting from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, into the 4th stitch. Into the 4th stitch. And I was going into 3rd stitch all the time. Of course I am wrong. Of course I'm off. Okay, I'm sorry, ladies. So chain 3 and then skip 3 and slip stitch into the 4th stitch. Okay, now it's all fixed almost. I still have to crochet. Again, chain 3, skip 3 and slip stitch into the 4th. And one more, the last chain 3. 1, 2, and 3, and into the 4th stitch here. 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th. Here we go. Now it's all right. So this is how it will look like on the back. Now we will turn our work again and we will make petals. And petals we make exactly the same way as we were doing our making our petals before. So you can, those petals on the way, you can just fold them toward you and crochet. First petal, so 1 single crochet around those loops, have double, 3 double crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3, have double crochet and single, and repeat 8 more times. Single, have double, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, have double and single. Let me see how you guys doing. Is everything okay? Sorry to messing you up with my mistake, but well, we're going live and life is life, and even I can make mistakes. This is how important it is to read carefully. I don't know why I told you the wrong way. I was crocheting this motif and yesterday, and I didn't have any problems. Okay, so don't forget, pattern is the same. Don't forget to crochet tight. 2, 3 double crochet stitches, have double and single. One, 2, 3, have double and single. And few more petals left. I just want you to know that my video tutorials that these live videos that I'm making right now, I used to make 2 video sessions each week on Tuesday and Thursday, and then I went to a small vacation. I came back, looked at my schedule. I have a lot of other things I need to do. I have a lot of projects to finish, and I don't have time to do it twice a week. So we will continue crochet live. I will continue teaching these live lessons once a week for now. I decided that it will be better if I will finish masterpieces book, and then we will go and continue with book 128 motifs. So it will be a long process. If I will have time, I will of course make extra lessons, probably on weekends if I will have time. But my schedule is a little bit too busy. And this is why I will do only once a week. Okay, ladies. I don't know where you at. I finished with those petals with the second layer. They look nice and crisp. Looks really beautiful. Now let's see what next. I will go to my notes to see. Okay, at the very end, after you finish your last petal, make a slip stitch. Slip stitch. And let's see. So first four rounds are done. And we need to make one more round. It's a fifth round. The fifth round, in the book, they are not saying anything about padding cord for some reason. Or I misunderstood the way the sentence, the structure of sentence, the sentences are really long there. And sometimes you're losing what is it they're talking about. So we will, of course, continue crochet over the padding cord, our last round. It's a fifth round over the padding cord. And of course, we will crochet into the back loops. Into the back loops. I'm trying to see to make sure that we have the right amount of stitches to tell you. Okay, so over the padding cord we will crochet into the back loops all the way around right here, and of course behind the second layer of petals into those back loops over there. Total will be 60 single crochet stitches. At this point, it's not really important to count. You can count if you want. But if you did everything correct, you will have 60. But somehow I here made my slip stitch and divided my padding cord into there's something I don't really need. Okay, let me do it one more time. Like this. Okay, now we'll crochet again over the padding cord into the back loops, total of 60 single crochet stitches. Okay, ready? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once in a while I would suggest to stop and make sure that your edge is not turning into wavy ruffle, so you have to have it flat. And after 60 boring stitches, we will of course crochet our beautiful petals. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I need different glasses. I cannot see very well with the with our pandemic. I missed my eyeglasses appointment, and I see that I need a different, stronger glasses. I hope you can see very well. Okay, we have 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So I normally stop after every 10 stitches and make sure that my padding cord is not creating a wavy effect or ruffle flat. So let's continue. By the way, do you have questions for me so far? If you do, please ask. 21, 22, 23. When you come to petals, you can just move them toward you. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. It's very easy to skip stitches here with this motif because of the petals. They kind of on the way, and very easy to skip where you're going with the stitch. So please watch very carefully how you count your stitches. Or if you don't count, at least look on the back very well that you insert your hook in each stitch of the previous round, round 4. Now 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 7, 48, 49, and 50. And let's finish. 10 more stitches left for me. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. This is a challenge here, 59 and 56 stitches because, and 60, because they are so tiny here and quite snug together when you crochet tight. It's not easy. So if my 60th, I cannot see it. So what I will do is just pick up whatever here to finish my stitch. I cannot see it. It's like hidden between. It's the stitch where the chain for the petal was coming from, and I cannot. And you probably will have the same problem. I don't want to poke my finger with the hook, so I'll have to pick up some kind of stitch here. Oh goodness, I cannot even go with the hook in there, so tight. I guess I will pick up whatever. I'm always afraid to poke my finger with those hooks. That will be bad. Okay, here's my 60 stitch. 60. And of course we'll finish the round with a slip stitch. So drop your padding cord, and by the way, we will not need the padding cord anymore. We'll make a slip stitch. That's it. And we can cut our thread off. We can also cut padding cord off. So here's our petals. You can a little bit go with your fingers and give them shape. Here how this look like, this part. So now to start bigger petals we have to cut thread off and weave in. We'll weave in this thread. Inside motif. Into the stitches. And of course I will cut my padding cord off because I will not need it here. I will need it, but not in this place. We're done with padding cord for this part. So here how it looks on the back. I would suggest to weave in the thread better. Make sure it's not It's not going to unravel anywhere. And now you can cut it off. Okay, after that we will start our bigger petals. Those right here, the petals. And so we will make few, and then you will finish at home on your own, and I will show you on how to finish this motif. Okay, so we will have to reconnect. We will need again padding cord. So padding cord that I cut, remember I told you I need a long padding cord. I cut, basically my padding cord is way too long. I would say I probably cut it like 2 yards or even more. I don't really need so much, but it's okay because I can use whatever left. So again, you will need padding cord. Let me tell you how much approximately. For this motif, for the petals, you probably need a little bit more than a yard, and cut in half. Cut thread for padding cord. 1 yard, a little bit more than that, 1 yard and 10 inches or something. Fold it in half. Fold it in half. And now we will, let me put my thread that it will not make this noise. Okay. So after that, I'll go look at my notes and we will continue. And of course, if you noticed, I already talked about this before, you'll see my padding cord right here, this transition when I was moving. Remember, first, second row, then from second row to fourth row, and third and fourth. So you can see it on the back, but it's neatly hidden that you don't see anything in the front. So everything is fine. So now also look again, let's come back before I will start crocheting bigger petals. I want you to pay attention to the way the petals, small petals look. You can see that petals of a second layer, you need to see them, right? And the distance, it's almost the same. I'm a little bit off right here. But I think it's off not because of me miscounting. I counted my stitches correctly. If I finished with 60, and I have those 60 actually. So everything is fine. The problem here, you can see a half of the petal, here almost all of it. I think it's the reason how I pulled on a padding cord to make it smaller or bigger, this motif. It's not a big deal. Nobody really will see that little, place that is a little bit slightly different. In this motif, for example, I don't have this problem. Everything looks neat. And I didn't have this problem with this motif either. So sometimes it just all depends on how you're pulling on a cord. But, this is not a huge deal. So right now we will have to add padding cord and new thread to make bigger petals. So fold this, so pick up your motif, make sure you see the right side of it, and fold your second layer toward you and connect to the, let me read my notes just a second. So we will connect to the stitch right behind this first petal. So first petal finishing here. So we go into that stitch behind the right stitch right behind the petal. Here's the stitch on the 4th row, and this is our 5th row. So to the 5th row, we will connect our padding cord. So insert hook into the stitch, then hang the padding cord on the hook and make your first slip stitch here. Secure your padding cord and thread like this. And after that we will crochet our first petal. We will crochet only over the padding cord. Also, for a while we will crochet over this short tail of the working thread, and then we will cut it off. But for now we have to secure this, and we will crochet over this together with padding cord. So only over the padding cord, after you secured your thread, crochet 14 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. 14 single crochet stitches. Well, this is when you can go and cut short tail of your working thread. Be very careful what you cut. Don't cut your stitches. So after this, we will crochet the netted part of petals. And I want you to pay attention to something that I changed slightly different in the book. They really don't even talk about this. But when I crocheted few motifs before, I noticed something that, well, probably me being OCD and perfectionist, I look at those little details. So when I will crochet right now, I will not connect to those stitches right here visible. I will crochet and connect my netting to the other side of the padding cord right here. Why I will do that? If I will not do this, if I will do the way I do that, my last stitch row, last petal, you see, you can see visible stitches, and here's my first, also visible stitches. If I will not do this and will crochet the way it's in the book, what you will see this part on the side. This will be the side of the first petal. You can continue and crochet the way it's in the book, but I will crochet into the stitches on other side. Let me show you one more time. So twist it a little bit. Okay, so if you can, it's up to you, if you don't like the way it's looking, you can do it the way, because book does not say much about it. They are just silent on it. So you can crochet into the stitches right here, but then you will see this side as a side of your petal. I will make my connecting right into the stitches on the other side, and I will show you how I do that, so you will see and understand what is it I'm talking about. I will also go around the padding cord this way, just one more time, and I will crochet first. Let me see. So now netted part. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then skip 3 stitches, skip 2, and on a third stitch crochet a single crochet stitch. So what I do on the back of the padding cord, not into those stitches here, but on another side, I count 1, 2, 3, and this is where I make my first single crochet stitch. You see, I did not connect this way. I'm keeping it that way because it will look well better, way better. So first, our pattern for the netting is chain 4, single crochet into the third stitch, of the padding cord. After that, repeat 3 times. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and again single crochet into the third stitch. So we have this one here, 1, 2, 3 into third stitch. And again 1, 2, 3, again single crochet stitch into a third stitch. 1, 2, and 3. It's quite difficult to see them because they tight. So here's 1, 1, 2, and 3. And one more time. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Chain 3, and again into the third. This is our first row. So chain 4, single crochet in a third, and then 3 times chain 3, single crochet stitch in a third. So we have 1, 2, 3. After that, crochet chain 1. I will end chain 1 and into the next stitch of the round 5. So we will connect all those petals as we go, as we crochet them, we will connect them to the round 5, to our platform here. With single crochet stitch, with single crochet. After that, turn your work. Turn your work, and this time, next row, netted part, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we will do it 4 times. Single crochet into the loop, around the loop of the first round, first row, and we'll do it 4 times. So first time is done. Again 1, 2, 3. Again we go on and making single crochet into this loop. Again chain 3, single crochet in the loop beneath. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and the last loop, single crochet here, like this. This is how it will look like. Again, turn your work. You notice I made only one around the padding cord. Now I dropped padding cord and crochet netting for the body of the petal. So now we can turn our work again, and this time this pattern is very weird, so you have to pay attention to the pattern. You can follow with the book or follow with me. Now chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet stitch in the loop beneath, right here below. After that we'll repeat 3 times. 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the loop below. 1, 2, 3, into single crochet into the loop below, and one more time, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet into the loop below. After that, chain 1, and again into the next stitch, into the next stitch. You see, I'm connecting to all those stitches on the back. Single crochet and turn, again turn. And now we will make the last row for the petal. Your petal will look like this, netted part. We still have to make one more. This time we will make 3 times. I'm sorry, 4 times. 4 times. Chain 2, single crochet in the loop below. 1, 2, single crochet into the loop below. Again, 1, 2, single crochet into the loop below. It's 2 times. 1, 2, into the loop, single crochet, and one more time, 1, 2, and right here in this loop, single crochet. So this is how it looks on the back. This is your front. Like this. So now this is what we will do. This time we're going to make part of netting. I'm trying to think how to say it that you will understand. We will still crochet netting, but on the top. To do that, we'll make chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and single crochet stitch into the same loop that we just made last time, right here. Single crochet here. Again, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and single crochet stitch into this loop right here where the padding cord, next to the padding cord. Single crochet like that. After that, we will make chain 2, 1, 2, like this, and turn your work. What I would do, I will go into the stitch right here, the last stitch on the padding cord. I hope you could see very well. And insert my hook there into the last stitch, both loops. And that last stitch of the chain 2, pull it through like that. If this is not easy, you can always just continue crochet over the padding cord. I decided to move this stitch because that corner will look nice and neat. So after this, we will have to fit 7 single crochet stitches over the padding cord right in here. So you have to distribute them evenly. Also in that corner, in that loop on a corner, we will make 2 single crochet stitches, chain 1, 2 single crochet, and then we will continue crochet the other side of the petal. But now let's make 7 single crochet stitches on top of the petal, and that can be kind of tricky. We have to distribute it evenly, so I will make 1 stitch here, 1 stitch in a single crochet stitch, so it will be 2, and then we need 5 more, so 2 stitches. I'm trying to think aloud with you. So I have chain 2 right here, so in chain of 2 I will make 2 single crochet stitches, single crochet stitch over the single crochet here, then into this longer stitch I will make 3 single crochet, and then it will give me another 7th stitch into this stitch, single crochet stitch right here. Does make sense? So let's do that. So first, over the padding cord, pick up your padding cord, into the chain of 2, 2 single crochet stitches. Let me count it, it will be okay. 2, 1, 3, yeah, that will be 7. So 2 stitches, 2 single crochet stitches into the chain of 2, then single crochet where the single crochet goes, then the loop of 3 stitches, right? Chain 3 here. 3 single crochet, 1, 1, 2, 3. It will be total of 6 stitches, and 7th stitch we will put right into where this on top of single crochet stitch over the padding cord. And make sure that your padding cord over there on the back is not showing itself, and look neat. Now, as I told you before, we have this loop on a corner. We want to that corner look nice and neat, and this is what we do. Over the padding cord, make 2 single crochet, 1, 2, then chain 1, and I will show you why we need chain 1 later, and into the same loop 2 single crochet stitches, 1 and 2. This is how it will look like. And now we will crochet on the side, on the opposite side of the petal, again over the padding cord. And what we will do, if you remember, when we were finishing this side, we had chains of 2 stitches and single crochet. So over the single crochet we make 1 single crochet stitch, and where the chain of 2, 2 single crochet, and crochet to the end of the petal. So we'll have to do it 4 times. So single crochet over the single. Don't forget you crochet over the padding cord. Then where the chain of 2 on the side, 2 single crochet stitches. Again, repeat second time. Where the single crochet on top of it, 1 single. In a loop of 2, chain 2, 2 single. That's 2 times. Third time, again, single crochet stitch here. We go single crochet, loop of 2 stitches, chain 2, we make 2 single. It's 3, and 1 more time. There's a last chain of 2 right here. It's kind of small, but it's right there at the very end. So single crochet and chain 2. 2 single crochet stitches in a chain of 2. Now, before we will go any further, make sure that your padding cord is not shown anywhere, and the sides of your petals are the same, that it's not one longer, another shorter. If it's the case, this is why we have padding cord. Pull slightly on the padding cord to make sure that your petal has the same sides. This is how it looks like. And as before, we connect every time we go back, we connect to the platform, to the round, fifth round, to the stitch there. This time we will connect with a single crochet stitch and over the padding cord at the same time, like this. Now turn your work to the wrong side like this, and over the padding cord and into the both loops of this row of the first petal, crochet 8 single crochet stitches. So over the padding cord, first stitch, insert hook into both loops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And of course, grab your padding cord and a little bit pull on it, adjust it, so that part will look nice and neat. So we need 6 more stitches. We're making, remember, we made our petal on the side. It takes 14 single crochet stitches over the padding cord. Since our flower petals, big petals, are connected a little bit, halfway, almost a little bit more than half, we make 8 single crochet stitches connecting to the previous petal and over the padding cord, and then 6 more stitches. Over the padding cord only. So we have 8 and 6 will be our 14. Two, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, I also have black screen and I don't know why. I'm not sure why. I see myself on the phone, but not sure what happened. Okay, can you see right now? I don't know what's going on. On my computer, I see also like you do, only black screen. But on the phone, everything is fine. Oh, I don't know why. Okay, what I will do, I will make this part 1. Let me restart the video again. I will be back. Don't go anywhere. Stay on YouTube. And I will start another video because I don't know what to do. Just a second. That's so weird. I don't know what to do, ladies. I did not block anything. I didn't close anything. Okay, I will close this video. I will end it, and I will come back in a few minutes with with the second video, so you will see it. So just stay on connected to YouTube, and you will see me. Okay.